Hi, I'm Dr. Joanne Tully, creator of Learn to Heal Yourself and Menopause Made Easy. I just want to come out here and reintroduce myself in case you're new to my social media or my email subscriber list, and just tell you a little bit more about my mission and what I do, what I've been through, and how I can help you. So, my mission is I teach and inspire women who are struggling with insomnia and anxiety and mood swings and hot flashes. I teach them how to heal themselves so that they can reclaim their energy, their health, and their life, all without needing to take additional drugs or products or make dietary changes. And so I'm currently experiencing restful sleep and plenty of energy. No more adrenal fatigue, no more digestive issues, no more gallbladder attacks, no more MRSA infections, and I'm completely healed from Lyme disease. And no more mood swings or hot flashes. I actually sailed through the rest of menopause. But my life wasn't always this way. And that's a little bit about what I want to talk to you about today. You see, I was healthy most of my life. For some reason, I just naturally ate healthy and I exercised a lot, but I was always negative. In fact, I learned anger really well from my father. And, I love my parents, but we learn things as kids. And I thought you were just supposed to be angry. And so I made a lot of assumptions that weren't correct. I had a lot of hurt feelings. I was just always negative most of my life. And I was experiencing, like I said earlier, the opposite of what I'm feeling now. I was experiencing insomnia, crazy mood swings, raging anger, symptoms snowballing out of control. I was fighting with everyone. I was miserable. My kids didn't want to be around me. My friends were ditching me. And my husband was walking on eggshells around me, avoiding me every chance he got. So, I felt alone. I felt like no one was helping me and everyone was against me, and I desperately wanted to feel normal again. I literally had tried everything and nothing worked long term. And I wasn't interested in taking more medications or any medications for that matter. And I sure wasn't interested in taking more products. And I'd already tried every dietary restriction known. And then I had my wake up call. I'd spent six figures on my healthcare education, my chiropractic education, and then I got certified in acupuncture, and I was doing all of these extra things to try to heal myself, doing all the right things. I got certified in digestion. I became a specialist in digestion, and I became an expert in balancing the hormones. And then when I found out I had Lyme disease, of course, I became an expert in Lyme disease and infectious diseases and how the immune system works. And I still didn't have the tools to heal myself from Lyme, let alone the menopause mess. And I was just really struggling. Like, I tried everything. I was at my lowest point in my life. And I remember the day. I remember it was a Thursday, and I was traveling down to Kansas City, Missouri. I live in Des Moines, Iowa. So I was traveling to Kansas City. It was pouring down rain, and I was traveling to yet another weekend seminar. I've been invited by a couple of chiropractic friends down there to learn a new method. And Friday, there was a guy that was going to be talking on Lyme disease and his protocols. So I wanted to be there for that too. And so in the rain, driving down to Kansas City, I'm just sitting there like, I've had it with, I've spent so much money tracking down like what I need to do and nothing's working. What gives? What the hell? And I just said, God, I need a sign. I need a definite sign, a definite big sign that is just like in my face. And because I just don't know what else to do. And so I got to the seminar, I got to this office, and the workshop was being held in the basement of this chiropractor's office. And when I go to chiropractic learning events, continuing education, we're all doctors there, so I don't introduce myself as doctor. I sat down and I said, "Hey, I'm Joanne from Iowa," and it was introducing myself. And then the gentleman who was running, it was his office, he came up to me. I recognized him from the picture on the website, and he came up to me and he says, well, who are you? And I said, oh, I'm Joanne from Iowa. And he says, well, Joanne from Iowa, you're not welcome here. You need to leave. And I was like, what? Are you sure? Because, these two friends of mine who are chiropractors invited me. Well, I don't know why they would invite you here, but you need to leave right now. And I was just like, okay, thinking to myself, well, there's my sign. And so I didn't bother to explain myself. I found out later, though, that there were some massage therapists and physical therapists that were like showing up to his webinars, his workshops, and that was the whole deal. Since I didn't introduce myself as a doctor, he didn't get that, and he tried to apologize later, but honestly, I already got my sign. And the deal was I was staying at a girlfriend's apartment, but I couldn't get access to the key for another like 4 hours. So I drove around in the pouring rain, and I stopped at a bookstore that was in just a little mall area, and I just sat in my car and I said, okay, that was my sign. Now what? Now what the F? What am I doing now? And I kind of just got this really calm feeling, and this voice popped into my head and was just saying, like, now you need to shut up and listen. Like, we've been trying to guide you, but you're not listening. You're trying to do too much. Your answers can be found within. You need to shut up and listen. Okay. So what I knew instantly is that I needed to learn to meditate. And I know what you're thinking, because I thought the same thing. BS, I can't meditate. Like, I can't calm my mind. I've tried that before. It doesn't work for me. Like, my mind just won't shut up. Like, I can't do it. But something was different this time. Like, in my mind, there was a calm knowing and a clarity around this decision. Like, no, you need to listen to your answers. You need to do this, and you will do this. Like, this powerful, important decision. You will learn to meditate. And by God, I did. I just dove right in, and somehow with the guidance I was getting, it just all clicked into place. Finally, it clicked into place. And I learned a lot. I began receiving really, really powerful messages about what was blocking me from my natural well-being. And these messages changed everything in my life. My anger needed to go. But in order to let go of my anger, I had to first understand it. And I was shown in meditation that the issue is never the issue. You see, I was really, really mad about some underlying beliefs that I had. The things like, I'm not good enough. I don't matter. I'm all alone. I'm not worthy or deserving of anything good. I can't, and honestly, if I can be honest with you, I hated myself. So in the midst of all this, learning to meditate and listen effectively, I was drawn to the book A Course in Miracles, and it changed my life, because what it is it's a guide on teaching you how to stop listening to your ego, stop listening to the fear, learn your forgiveness lessons, learn that love is the only real thing, and that each of us has this innate ability to tap into this love and this guidance and this peace, and it changes everything. And it did. It changed everything for me. In fact, it changed my life so much that one week while I was meditating at work in 2014, the summer of 2014, I was given in meditation my whole outline for my signature course called Learn to Heal Yourself. And it was an experience like nothing I've ever experienced before. It was life-changing. I was given the tools to identify and let go of the blocks, the limiting beliefs, the fears, the hurt feelings, forgiveness, anger, guilt, all of that stuff. It just came to me. There it was. So I started playing around with it, experimenting with it, trying it out on myself and on patients, clients. And it was really working. And one particular incident that I had, like right around that time, I'd been experiencing chronic gallbladder attacks for a couple of years by then and thought I was going to have my gallbladder removed, but something inside me told me that that wasn't going to fix anything or solve anything. So here I was one morning at work in my office, and a gallbladder attack just came on, and I was doubled over in pain. I was on the floor in my office and, breaking out in that cold sweat and just, oh, it was awful. I hate that feeling. But then this calmness came over me, and this thought plopped into my head, like, you have tools now. Like, let's use them. Like, okay. So I got into my chair and I did this just meditation, just exactly how I was taught, of like just going in and just kind of asking myself or asking for help. Like, what's this about? What's this gallbladder attack about? What's my lesson? What's the message? And what I got within a minute or two, really, is what popped into my head was a family birthday party that was coming up in a few days. And I hated these family birthday parties. I didn't want to go. I was resentful. I was angry. And with the tools, I'm like, oh, that's what this is about. Because what I'd learned basically, okay, so I could pick out that that's anger, and I've got resentment and hurt feelings. So I need to let that stuff go. I need to forgive the person I was angry with. I need to forgive myself. And, I was learning to make all these connections and, connect the dots and get the feedback, get the message. And so I went through the tools and I let that stuff go. And within 10 minutes, my gallbladder attack stopped. And I've never had another gallbladder attack since then. And that really had my attention, one, for how quickly it stopped. It was just gone, just done, and it was like, holy effing Christ, this stuff works. Holy crap. It had my attention in a really, really big, profound way. And so I worked with many clients, and the tools and the techniques that I teach in Learn to Heal Yourself were key to my healing, as well as healing of my clients. And what I've learned along the way is that if you are done with where you're at and you're done with the mess and you're willing to learn something completely different, then you will have the world by the tail. And what I found in letting go of a lot of my anger and turning around my limiting beliefs and just letting go of all these hurt feelings and everything, it opened up a whole new world for me. What I learned was that my happiness was always inside of me. And I didn't realize that. I thought happy people were faking it. I thought there's no way anybody's really that happy. There's just no way, you're faking it. In fact, happy people used to irritate me. And then after I let go of enough of this negativity, I found my happiness, and it felt really, really good. So good. And my energy came back because I understood the connection of this fighting with myself and these beliefs that weren't true. All of this stuff was just energetically, it was using up a lot of my energy. It just kept me stuck. It was exhausting. I was exhausting myself without realizing it. And so I got my energy back. I got my health back very quickly. In fact, my health turned around just in 2 weeks, and I was able to stop taking most of the products that I had been on. And I used to take $200 to $500 worth of products and just treatments and different things every single month. So between really high-priced digestive enzymes and essential oils and other vitamins and methylation products and like detox stuff, you name it, I was on it. And within 2 weeks, I was off of most of it because I felt so much better. And in a month, I was off all of it. So that saved me so much money. And the time and the money that I saved was just, it blew my mind. It blew my mind. So I've been working on that stuff ever since. And again, what's possible for me, what's possible for you, what's possible for everything, what my healing brought to me was, again, it gave me my life back. It gave me my freedom, my happiness, my peace, my health, my fun, my freedom, and my relationships. My relationships all balanced out. And that really blew me away. And I want that for you. So come along for a journey. I can teach you everything I know. you can learn in a lot less time than it took me. But it's so worth it. So that's what I want for you. Check out my website for more of my offerings, drjoannetully.com, and I'll see you in the next video.